So, UFC Fight Night Strickland versus Hernandez just went down, and I, King here MMA, will be reacting to every fight that just happened on this card. But before we start, the Instagram is live. Let me shut this window because holy shit, those crickets are fucking loud. There we go. Instagram is live, so if you come from the Instagram, come to the YouTube, give a follow, sub. If you go onto the YouTube, go onto the Instagram, give a follow. But yeah, let's get right into it. And for the first fight of the card, we have Carly Judice versus Juliana Miller. Carly Judice, she was ahead the whole time in the striking. She had her hurt a couple times in the first and third round. In the second round, though, you got to give it to Juliana Miller. She nearly choked out Carly Judice. She was right under that neck. So yeah, it's a decent win for Carly Judice after facing adversity. I would like to see her fight someone in the rankings next. But yeah, that's a good win for Judice. And for Miller, I guess she's gonna probably get cut because being 4-4 in the UFC is fucking terrible. But yeah, anyway. And for the next fight, I actually don't even know. Yada Del Valle outstruck Jordan Levitt. But Levitt just held Yada Del Valle down the whole fight, basically smudged him, doing some wacky shit. Jordan Levitt was coming down from lightweight, and I guess Yada Del Valle is a fraud because damn, his grappling looked fucking horrible. Tonight, I think it looked very bad considering how he looked in his first fight. His striking looked a bit better, but yeah, I don't know. I can't say much for Yada Del Valle, and for Jordan Levitt, it was a strange performance. I guess we give him someone fringe of top 20. No, not fringe of top 20, maybe top 25. It was just a strange performance from Jordan Levitt. So I guess a good win for him. And yeah, on to the next. For the next fight, we had Phil Rowe versus Jean-Paul Lebenosi. I don't know where this argument came from where people were saying that Phil Rowe won the fight. I thought clearly it was 29-28 or 30-27 at least. You could give Phil Rowe the last round, but I think Phil Lebenosi used the grappling very, very nicely. Had some good shots in the first and second, and Phil Rowe just can't Phil Rowe's a pretty good fighter overall, but he's either not UFC worthy or he'll just never get going. He's just too slow of a starter. I think this was Phil Rowe's last chance because this was a debutant, and I think he's just gone, man. So it wasn't that crazy of a performance for Jean-Paul Lebenosi. He was getting pieced up in that last round. I guess we'll see in the future. For Phil Rowe, I don't know what we're going to see. But yeah, good win for Jean-Paul Lebenosi. And for the next fight, we have Ramiz Brahimaj versus Poirier Soriano. I switched up my picks very last second. I thought Soriano just looks better as a striker. He beat Uros Medic, so that's where my mind went to. And Ramiz Brahimaj just tried to he didn't really try to do much. He just tried to hold him down and do nothing with the takedowns. He could have honestly done a lot more, put some elbows in. But yeah, Soriano was hurting Brahimaj a few times. I dead set thought they were going to rob Soriano for a second. But yeah, I think that's a 3 or 4 fight win streak for Soriano. I guess we've got to give him someone in the top 20 would be nice. For Brahimaj, he was on a win streak as well. He'll bounce back, but for Soriano, I'd like to see him fight maybe. I don't know. I'd like to see him fight a fringe top 20 bloke. Maybe Neil Magny could be good. There's a lot of welterweights tonight. We could match some of the welterweights together later on. But yeah, good win for Poirier. So yeah, for Soriano. For the next fight, bro, Jocelyn Edwards, man, she is like one of the most entertaining fighters just overall in some of the like these divisions, and for bantamweight especially, women's bantamweight is somehow better than men's heavyweight in 2026. Never thought I would say that in my life. But yeah, Jocelyn Edwards, I was going to be honest, that first round had me really worried. I thought she was kind of getting smudged around. I was like, oh shit, Nora's going to get her. But then the second round, I don't know what happened. I think she took her down and Nora, I think, dislocated something. And then Jocelyn just kept beating the shit out of like that area where she was hurt. And then she just got under the chin and got a choke. So really good win for Jocelyn Edwards. I'd like to see her like fight. Like I think she beats a lot of the like top bantamweight chicks personally. I don't think she'd beat like anyone in the top five, but I don't know, the way she's going real good. So I'm kind of excited for Jocelyn Edwards. And for Nora Coronoli, it did look a little brutal what happened to her. So I hope she rests up. But yeah, good win for Jocelyn Edwards. I'm excited. Finally, a female in the bantamweight division to be excited for. So yeah, not a bad fight. And for the next fight, we had Alden Correa versus Louis Garrul. Alden Correa really does fight like Joshua Van. He is teammates with Joshua Van. His boxing was real crisp and nice, and he was hurting Garrul so many times over the fight. I thought it was super impressive performance from Correa, especially for his second fight in the UFC. Yeah, man, he like flyweight's pretty shallow, so I could honestly see him fighting in the top 15 very soon. Maybe one more fight and then top 15, or maybe he could fight in the top 15 right now. But yeah, good win for him. And for Louis Garrul, I think that's 3 losses in a row, so I think he's gonna get cut. And yeah, not bad flyweight fight though overall. Speaking of not bad flyweight fights, this was pretty average. Odie Osborne, he disappoints everyone once again. That's why I was like, I chose Alba Idris. Just, Alba Idris didn't look too bad in this fight. You know, he was just taking Odie down and holding him there, which was pretty good. He was putting in some nice strikes, but like Odie obviously does the more damage. I just, like, Odie Osborne's just not good, man, and he's now like 6-1, which is insane. Or 1-6, sorry. I think they need to cut him from the UFC. And for Albi Idris, I could see like him fighting literally Alden Correa. I could literally see that get made next. That'd be a good fight. So yeah, I think Odie's getting cut, and good win for Idris. And for fight of the night, fuck man, these two went to war. I thought this was a very, very close fight. You could have gave it to really anyone. But I didn't mind the decision. I thought this was a banger fight. They just went to war. Cheaty was looking a bit like rough in the first round, but he started picking it up in the second, and even having a great third round. And Carlos Leao, I've got to give him more credit. He got robbed in that Ridnat fight, but otherwise he's looked very good in the UFC as a welterweight. I would love to see him fight Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews needs just needs that like middle levels just to see like where he's still at in his career. And I think Carlos Leao is a good fight for that. But this ain't a bad loss for Chidi Nikajuani. It was actually like this was a banger fight, and like I could just see them giving him just the middle of the rankings again. I would like to see Chidi Nikajuani fight the loser of Holland and Brown. So yeah, that'd be a good fight. And for the next fight, the start of the main card, I'm gonna be honest. I think Michel Pereira was faking these nut shots so many times. Like he's like, oh, like two of them did not even hit. One hit the body, and I think one hit the leg, and like he was like playing that off so much. I thought it was ridiculous how much he was playing these, because he's notorious for having such a bad gas tank, and I think these breaks did help his gas tank a bit. I did think Zachary Reese won the fight, but that's neither here or there. A very close fight. You could have gave it to anybody. But yeah, I guess a decent win for Michel Pereira gets him back into the top 20. I would like to see him fight, I don't know, someone like an Alice Skirov maybe. Or fuck it, we could just feed him to Gauthier. He's a super explosive striker. You give Gauthier someone that's actually like named in the middleweight division, and Pereira is that perfect name. So yeah, that's a good fight. And for Zachary Reese, this ain't that bad of a loss, but he was fighting like a spastic too. So I don't know what you do with both these guys, honestly. But yeah, I guess decent win from Michel Pereira. Bounce back win. And for the next fight, bro, I'm never choosing against Jacoby Smith again unless it's like fucking top 5. Jacoby Smith literally went out there and proved me totally wrong, because Josiah Howell's a D2 wrestler, man. And Josiah Howell's are really good, but Jacoby Smith just proved why he's UFC level, and not just UFC level, but top 15. I thought Josiah Howell was going to like show that he's a better wrestler than Jacoby Smith, but I was totally wrong. Jacoby Smith just turned the corner real good, got those shots off, and when he got him on the ground and started using those hammer shots, bro, oh my god, it was just fucking cinema. I felt bad for Harold though, because there was a few shots that were super unnecessary. I do hope they give Harold another chance. He did do this on short notice, and for Jacoby Smith, I'd like to see him fight someone in the top 15. He did call for Holland versus Brown. He called for Holland. I don't mind that fight, but I think he's basically ready for the top 15. I'd like to see him fight someone at the fringe of top 20, and there's so many people in that top 20 spot that you could give Jacoby Smith. Real good performance by Jacoby Smith, and yeah, for Josiah Harrell, hope he heals up. Fucking nasty. And for a very underrated heavyweight fight, bro, Sergey Spivak proves me wrong. He went out there and looked like he was a fucking world-class boxer. He was just outboxing buddy Anti-Delija. Delija trying to, like, scrap with him. I don't know what Anti-Delija's game plan was, because he tried to grapple him against the fence, where Sergey Spivak's a black belt in judo, which, mate, like, why are you trying to grapple Sergey Spivak? That's retarded. Like, Sergey Spivak, he's a great fighter. I love the fight. Like, he literally is a great fighter. This is his best performance ever, Sergey Spivak. So, yeah, I don't know what Delija was doing in there. I guess you give Delija Shamil Gaziev. And for Sergey Spivak, I guess you got to give him someone in the top 8, top 7. That's where he is. You shouldn't place him down. He just won against Delija, who had a decent fight against Waldo. There's really no one for Sergey to fight unless... There really is no one unless they want him to fight a Volkov or something. Or Rizvan Guniev would be actually a great fight. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Sergey versus Rizvan. We could book that. And, like, the way Sergey did perform, it made me, like, feel, like, a bit better. You know, like, I know the heavyweight division is shit, but people like him doing that makes the heavyweight division look just that. Just don't make it the turd look unpolished. But yeah, good win for Spivak, and Delija, I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, anyway, for the next fight, bro, who does that to Dan Ige? Who does that to Dan? No one does that to Dan 100k Ige. Like, legitimately. People would say the stoppage was very early. I don't really think so, bro. He covered up straight away, because that spinning shot hurt him bad. Mexel Costa, first one to finish Dan Ige. He's just looked so impressive. 7-fight win streak, 6-fight win streak. He has to fight, like, into the rankings now. A lot of people are saying Patricio Pitbull. I'd like to see him fight even a little bit further up. Maybe Mexel Costa versus Brendan Allen could be a banger fight. Makes a lot of sense. Allen's coming off a loss to Jean Silva, and Melchizedek Costa's coming off a nasty knockout over Dan Ige. So that could be a great fight. I shouldn't be matchmaking now, but yeah. Anyway, good win for Melchizedek Costa. Milky's one of my new favourite featherweights. And for Dan Ige, man, what do? You can only... He has to fight unranked opponents, which... Yeah, you can't do anything with Dan Ige. You got to give him unranked opponents at this point. So, good win for Costa. I was gonna say this is knockout of the night. Then I saw fucking Uros Medic just slime out Jeff Neal. I don't know how old Jeff Neal is, but I think he needs to friggin' give it up after that, bro. Because after I saw him get fucking chinned like that, I just felt so bad. Because I'm a Jeff Neal fan. Like, I'm not a crazy Jeff Neal fan, but I was rooting for him in this fight. I did pick him. I did think he was going to knock out Medic, but Medic has just proven why he is a top 15 welterweight. And fuck, man. That's crazy. Like, who does that to Jeff Neal? I mean, CP does. But yeah, man, I think Jeff Neal needs to take time off. I'm not saying he should retire. I'd like to see him fight one more just to see where he's at. Take a long break, though. Like, I think, 3 months after that last knockout from Prates. But, yeah, good win for Medic. Crazy knockout. Always entertaining. I'd like to see Medic fight exactly who he called out. He called out Leon Edwards for Serbia, which apparently they're doing a Serbia card, which I didn't even know about. That'll be a cool fight night. I might even do a card builder for that one. But yeah, good win for Uros Medic. And Jeff Neal, I'd like to see him just take time off. I'm not saying retire, because I know he's a hostess. That sucks. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to the main event. Sean Strickland. Bro, I'm 4 for 4 for main events this year. I knew exactly, I was saying this, I was like, Anthony Hernandez just doesn't have the grappling prowess. Like, and Sean Strickland has proven in fights that you can't get him down, and when he gets taken down, he gets straight back up. Anthony Hernandez couldn't get a single takedown on Sean. Like, if we look at the stats, not one takedown. It was like basically thrown. He tried for one, but it didn't even work. And that style of Strickland where it's just jab and teep against a guy like Hernandez who tries to rely off his boxing. He uses his cardio. Basically to break his opponents down, which will never work against Strickland because his cardio is just basically unlimited. I've never seen Strickland gas out. But yeah, man, really good win for Strickland. Like, really good. I don't know why people are trying to discredit Hernandez. I think Hernandez is still a top fucking 8 fighter. He's in a weird spot, Hernandez, now, because he could have fought for a title after this, but I guess Sean might cut the queue, but I think we do need to see him evolve versus Hamzat. The Hamzat rumors are probably not true. Are not true because Dana said Hamzat's staying to fucking defend his title. I don't know, man. It's real interesting because Strickland doesn't... I'd like to see him fight one more time, but there's no one for Strickland to fight, really. He's beaten everyone at middleweight, not named Dricus or Hamzat. So, yeah. But anyway, this is a pretty good card. Overall, like, it wasn't great. A lot of decisions, a lot of terrible picks too, though. I had so many picks wrong. Like, I'm glad Strickland won. Big Strickland fan. I'm just going to count how many I got right and wrong because I know I got a lot wrong. So I got Strickland right, so that's 1. I got 2. Not that one. Jesus. Jeez. Oh my god. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 4. is that 14 fights? 8 for 14 is shocking. Not super shocking. That's more right than wrong, but damn, I don't think I've gone that bad in a while. Listen, this was a pretty okay card. Next week's actually worse somehow. I don't know how it's going to be what. Like, it was pretty decent name value-wise, but listen, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, we're cooking with the main events. We'll keep cooking. Just trying to get these videos out a bit quicker lately. But yeah. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye.